Right now, we're coming down to it. Just hours now into Christmas. Before the big day itself starts, the actual season. Regional Psychological Services over on the web at drjohnb.com. I guess you could say, Doc, you could say this is our Christmas show, you and I together. Good morning. Merry Christmas.
Well, good morning to you. And listen, I always really enjoy doing our annual segment on Christmas, Mike. You know, Christmas is really just a special time for me as a Christian, along with 2 billion other persons. You know, it's a time for humility as one realizes how much better they could be by trying to improve themselves, not out of guilt, but really out of a desire to be more like the Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ, and focusing on treating others as really as you would have them treating you, and you really try to enhance really other persons, try to make other people's lives better, okay? We all fail at times. Let Christmas just be a time to work at being the best we can be and eliminate behaviors that are really inconsistent with being a Christian. I also believe one does not need to be, a Christian to enjoy Christmas. I can certainly appreciate and respect, Hanukkah, Ramadan, and other religious holidays that are really not Christian. To me, the ongoing Christmas spirit for everyone is really best summed up, by the biblical golden rule. Do unto others what you would have them do unto you. My point here is that Christ really was the Prince of Peace, came not to kill and destroy, but rather to really offer a road to eternity for those who accepted him as their Savior and were willing to live a life dedicated to him. To me, Christmas spirit is a time that we do act out of love and caring and a commitment to human beings and try to do whatever we can to advance them. It's also true, a person can be a Hindu, Jew, Muslim, secular, humanist, or whatever one might want to be, and still accept Christ as the Prince of Peace and somebody who came to the world to offer humankind really a strong moral way to live and help others. This is unfortunately often lost at a time when people get overwhelmed with buying and giving gifts and meeting with family members they really don't want to be with, and being forced into social settings again with persons they really don't care and want to be with. But we need to do this due to family or work expectations. It's one of those situations. My advice is just be pleasant if you're in such a situation. And, this is just what happens. This can happen this time of year. And try to always remember that the purpose of Christmas is as we celebrate, the Lord and Savior, for Christians, or as a good human being offering all of us a roadmap really to be a better human being on earth. Also, it's a time, as we've discussed before, where, on a lighter note, where the Hallmark movies can really bring tears to the eyes as they show how love can be, can really be, what Christmas could be. Like just last night, my wife and I watched Finding Christmas Father, one of my favorites, by the way, kind of a tearjerker a bit. It's also a time to think of the always popular Christmas Carol written in 1843 by Charles Dickens, where Ebeneezer Scrooge, ends up being a good person and looks after Tiny Tim and his family, during and after Christmas. I guess my final comments really, Mike, are that, you enjoy the Christmas with spirit and think of Christ as either your Savior or a wonderful human being who came forward to offer peace and tranquility to persons who are willing to focus on helping others and being the best they can be. And don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed by persons who claim to be Christians but don't behave as Christians should, or the very negative appropriation that comes from the commercialization of Christmas. No, this is really a time that we really enjoy the spirit of Christmas. We try to be the best we can be. We just, it's just a time of excitement. It can be. It's a time, if you are a Christian, to really, like I said, you accept Christ. You try to be the best you can be. And if you're not a Christian, this is the Prince of Peace, a guy that really offered good things. Who can really argue with do unto others you'd have them do unto you? So that's kind of my Christmas message, and I'm really exuberant and in a great mood. How does that sound?
It sounds like it, and rightly so. I look forward to it every year, Doc. I just wish We all get all pious and we all get all warm and fuzzy, whether we're, like you said, you can be a secular humanist and suddenly, you get all warm, fuzzy and you have Festivus today or whatever. Why don't we do that the rest of the year? Why does it take just one time and we have songs and why can't we keep that up?
I think we really do have to try to do that. Try to keep spirituality or whatever belief we have, whatever moral code, whatever it is, try to enjoy it. Try to really have it be a main focus in your life, and just really try to keep that buoyancy, that happiness, that enthusiasm. Really keep it going year round. I guess what happens, something like this, when it occurs, it really brings it to the forefront of our mind. Okay, because this is it's a big holiday. Okay, it's a big thing that people think about, and we have movies, we have religious experiences, and people just talk, and it's a time. So I think we use it as one of those times of the year to not only enjoy this period of time, and hopefully we can to a lot of people. And by the way, I always like to say remember there are some people shut in. There's some people that really can't be celebrating Christmas. And I think it's always good to give a call to someone, always give a smile to someone, reach out too. That's part of the Christmas spirit too, that we reach out and be helpful to people. But again, it's something we can maybe try to, keep the glow going throughout the year and do the best we can and be a good human being and just do unto others as them do unto you. That is to me, the Christmas spirit, regardless of what our spirituality or our moral code is. If we live by that and we try to be a good person and do the best we can, boy, you can't do much better than that, Mike.
The word Christ is in the holiday. Although,
sure.
Go back to your secular humanist thing. They don't want that in there. And I don't know.
Here's my view. I respect others, all persons. This is a day that Christians really see it's a big day. It's the coming of Christ. However, I look at the moral code. Okay, the moral code is good. Do unto others as them do unto you. Boy, that's a good code to live by. So to me, I don't see a reason to be mad about it. I'm not mad about anything. My view is, in terms of from a spiritual point of view, we find our own road in life. And it can be spiritual, it can be through God, it can be through Christ, it can be whoever it might be. Or there are those that are the secular humanists. They find their road, some moral code, whatever it might be. It's not a time to condemn. Christmas is certainly not time to condemn. It's a time to be open, try to be helpful, try to do the best we can. If you are a Christian, hey, enjoy it. It's a special day. If not, I think it's still something we can celebrate. I mean, I think it's part of the human experience, and being respectful of others' beliefs and your own beliefs is a big thing. Like I say, there are people that aren't that way. There are people that aren't respectful. There are people that don't live by their code. I don't use them as example. My example are people that try to do the right thing, not those that are doing the wrong thing. You focus on those doing the wrong thing, you'll never be happy.
I hope that we can, every year, maybe that's the hope, we can keep that feeling going all year long, but if you can't, at least we have a few days anyway. Doc, it's our Merry Christmas message, and I hope you and your family have all the merry that you need, and I wish the best for you, and Merry Christmas.
And I want the very best for you, my friend. Merry Christmas to you. Bye-bye.
Bye now. 1320 WILS. Doc Braccio over at DocJohnB.com. Regional Psychological Services in East Lansing. It's 1320 WILS.